Hey, there's a study. 10,000 porn stars have been studied. The world's largest database of adult films and performers, and whoever did this study says they've spent the last 6 months analyzing it to discover the truth about what the average performer looks like, what they do on film, and how their roles evolved over the last 40 years.
It's fascinating.
It is pretty good, I got to say. Just the names alone kind of hauled me in. The most common porn names.
Yeah. There's some stereotypes that he blows out of the water, and then there's other ones that are confirmed. It's really interesting.
And then also, here's a good question. Well, actually, it's a study, kind of similar to what we were doing yesterday, although it's about a little more direct. Nearly half of young adults have sex with an ex. This is funny. There was another survey or study about exes. I think they said 25% of people dream about a specific ex.
Really?
And they were talking about, yeah.
That's weird.
And they kind of had one, sort of that one ex that, for some reason, either like the sex was really good, or, well, that's probably the case in 90% of them. But that one ex that they just kind of have stuck in their brain,
I never
really.
I can't say I ever.
And in this case, half of young adults have sex with an ex. Now, that seems like a high number to me.
Well,
I mean, I think we all have.
Facebook gays are...
Yeah, well, oh my God, you got 90-year-olds finding each other after 80 years.
That counts.
Yeah, let's get married, sure, right now.
Well, look at Chelsea on Teen Mom last night.
Oh, yeah.
That turd comes over to drop the baby off, and they end up doing it.
Seriously?
Yeah, and
But he pulled out. We should... I gotta keep
O-ring had her birth control method. Here she's on Teen Mom because she got knocked up at 16, and she's having sex unprotected 2 years later. What a dope.
The description of what happened isn't nearly as good as what actually happened. It's hilarious, Mike. You'll love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really funny.
But anyway, okay, so who's having sex with an ex? And how'd that happen? I start having sex with an ex. 313-298-WRIF. And then what about this 25%? And they're talking about older. Seems to me they're talking about older, almost like married people, or more so married people, who dream and obsess a little bit about one particular ex. Like, not even necessarily the one that got away, the one that you should have been with, but just one where, for some reason, that microfiche keeps coming back up. Do you find that to be the case, or are you having sex with an ex, or did you have sex with an ex? 313-298-WRIF, and if that's the case, how was it? As opposed to opening up some new doors or getting involved in something complicated. I mean, because when you have sex with someone, that complicates your life. I mean, is there any doubt about that?
Yeah, well, especially if you guys have both moved on.
Well, no, I'm saying if with a new person, it's like, oh my God, we're completely naked. We did that. Jeez. I mean, once it's over, and then you got clear-headed. Then the next day, it's like, oh boy, now I have to call her. I mean, we just had sex. Oh my God! But if it's an ex, it's a retap. It's
yeah, you've been there, done that.
You know each other pretty well. You've already broken up once.
Yeah, so you've
been through all that negativity. 313-298-WRIF. Any thoughts on that, or the this ex who apparently is powerful enough to penetrate your dreams? 25% dreaming about a specific ex once in a while.
Would that be good or bad?
I don't know. They seem to describe it as not necessarily. It's not a bad thing. It's not like it's a nightmare. It's just this one person sort of stuck. And a number of people reference sexual things that maybe they kind of enjoyed that one person more than the other exes.
Yeah, boy. I can honestly say I don't think I've ever dreamt about an ex.
Well, it was only 25%.
Okay. So I'm common?
I suppose you're more, well, in that case, yeah, you are. You're in the LCD in the 75.
God damn it. Always. It's what me and falling into the LCD.
I tell you what, we'll grab a call or two and also go over the porn numbers after the break. Oh, wow, great list. The 11 most WTF sports stories of all time. These are really good. I think Manti inspired this list. We're talking about the 53% of single people out there who are apparently retapping the ex once in a while. And then the other story is kind of interesting too, 25%. And it sounds like we're talking about probably older people who have some ex they kind of obsess on, even to the point of dreaming about them? 313-298-WRIF. And, let's see, is this, James?
Yeah, what's up? Long-time listener, Drew. Love the show.
Good man, James. Have an ex you're tapping?
Yeah, well, I did tap, and I could have continued to tap. It's kind of a long story. I'm going to shorten it up as best as I can. Long story short, I got dumped last summer by this girl, and I carried on a friendship with her. It was a complete fraud in order to warm her back up.
Think you going for the retap?
Well, for the recap, and then 2.5 months later, I ended up having sex with her again, and then 2 days later, I went on Facebook and sent a message to her boyfriend at the time that she left me for, that, I screwed your girlfriend, and I told her she was a whore bag, so, and screw that relationship up.
That's not really what this story's about, but that's really something. Now, you really felt, because she cheated on you, she left you for another dude immediately?
Yep.
Oh. Were you really into this chick?
Oh yeah, and the reason that it really kills me is because before I blew the cover off of it, she told me we could basically be, friends with benefits on the side, and because I would have been one of many, and the sex was great. But I cut my own nose off to spite my face, kind of. But it was worth it because the blow up was it was an amazing blow up. So
you kind of whipped over one thing pretty quickly there. You would have been one of many.
Yeah, actually, when I cheated on her with her boyfriend, she disclosed to me that she was apparently a mistress to a man who had like 4 kids with a wife that wouldn't give him any, and that she was exchanging sex for gifts. So,
oh man, people like that there's just no purpose. Get off the planet, bitch.
One of the things was she was such a she was great at it. I mean, that was one thing. She was one of the.
She's gonna practice. Jesus, I hope she's good at it.
Yep.
What happened? Did it blow up that relationship?
Let's put it this way. She ended up getting a restraining order against me because I was rubbing it in her face so bad over text messages. And when I told my story to the judge, he told me that I was the craziest person he had met in 30 years of being on the post.
Hey,
so proud.
You mean you get a restraining order just from texting? Or really?
That was her only form of retaliation. She actually claimed in the restraining order that I raped her. There was never any criminal charges because the judge of the restraining order saw right through her story, and I was cleared on all. There was never anything brought up because she had no credibility with anybody. But, it was quite the story. Yeah.
Yep, long story, but quite well told. Thank you, James. And how about Jeff? What's up, Jeff? Jeff?
This is Josh, actually.
Josh. Okay, Josh. Go ahead.
I don't know. It's going to be hard to follow up the rape story, but
the rape story.
Yeah, I don't know what that was pretty heavy stuff.
But I went in for a retap on one of my exes, and I have a child with the ex, so it makes it a little more complicated.
Wow. Well, that's interesting because last night on Teen Mom. That happened to one of the teen moms. She was it sounded like he just came over for whatever reason. The next thing you know, bam! No protection. She had no birth control. And apparently this guy holds such power over her as her baby daddy.
Yeah.
In fact, he even said something about your baby mama. Is there something powerful there because you have a kid together?
Yeah, I think, yeah, you have a closer relationship with her, and I don't know. She just called me late one night. I went over for, just to talk, and one thing led to another, and then,
yeah, right.
So I stayed the night, and keep in mind our child is 14.
Oh,
wow. So my child wakes up and sees that I'm there the next day, and I tell her, I just came over early
tap your mom.
to have breakfast with your mom and talk and just talk with your mom. So her mom says, you want to go ahead, take her to school for me? I said, yeah, no problem, take her to school. My mom says, Dad, you must be some sort of magician to get the snow to fall on your car the same exact way I fell on my car.
Yeah, I was gonna say 14, probably not fooled.
Yeah.
No, she knew what time it was. I had to just tell her, shut up and get in the car.
Hey, did the ex, does she want to put this thing back together because, you are the family, essentially?
No, she's married, so no.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Where's that dude?
He was busy, so.
He's out of town or something?
Yeah.
Wow. Heavy stuff,
nice.
man. Jeez.
Did she feel bad about it at all? Did she feel guilty at all about cheating on her husband?
No, why would I feel guilty
No,
about
not you.
No, her. We know you don't feel guilty.
Yeah, you don't care.
No, I don't care. No.
No, did she feel bad about it?
Oh, I don't think so. I mean, she's called since then, so I would think not.
Oh, so you're in multiple retaps now.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's
yeah.
healthy for the daughter.
Mm-mm-mm.
It's gotta be healthy for the 14.
All right. Well, I'm not here to judge. Just want to see what people have to say about this. Anthony, you there?
Yes.
What's up, buddy?
Well, I met her when I was 25. She was 19. We dated for 5 years. I wouldn't get off the pot. She wanted to get married. She was getting, her biological clock was going off, whatever.
Yeah, at 24, her biological clock was going on?
There's a lot of pressure on her to get married, and she wanted to get married and have kids and all this crap, and all this crap. And at the time, I was afraid of marriage. The divorce rate was so high.
Yeah.
So
a lot of reasons to be afraid.
Well, and I didn't want to make a commitment that I couldn't follow through. I just started a job, blah, blah, blah. But anyways,
hey, it's for life, man.
Yep.
Well, exactly.
Kind of.
When it's commitment, I didn't want to take it lightly. So we wound up breaking up. It was a real emotional, sad, heartbreaking. I mean, she broke my heart and all that stuff. And she wound up letting some guy blow smoke up her dress, one of her girlfriend's husband's brother, something like that, and she had known the guy. And man, if it was me, I'd marry you, that kind of thing.
Oh, God.
And we got into an argument on my birthday, and I basically told her, look, if you need to go, go, and she did. And like I said, it broke my heart, man. It was like tragic. For like 2-3 years, I was moping around, And she kept, calling me and all this kind of stuff, telling how sad she was. And that once it started, it was too late. She couldn't come back. She knew that because I'd never trust her.
Well, were you thinking maybe a retap might lighten her world up a little bit?
Well, yeah. Basically, what happens is 24 years later,
What?
I meet a mutual. Yes, well, I'm 54. She's 49, 50, and I saw a friend of hers, mutual friend. I said, yeah, tell her I said hello, that kind of thing. Well, she goes on Facebook, and she shoots me a face. I had no clue, because I don't pay attention to that stuff. But she picture of herself, and she looked really good. I'm like, she put on like 10 pounds. I put on like 10 pounds. We talked to each other. We got together. It was the hot sex ever. And
I was going to say, that must have been powerful after that long, the fact that she's still hot.
Oh, my God. It was like the first time sex.
Well, yeah, she's a stranger. After that long, she is a complete stranger to you.
Yes.
Except not completely. So
right.
let me ask you this. In terms of her style, her talents, had things changed, improved?
She learned a few things.
No, it was like the same. No, nothing.
Really, same old magic. Okay, so there were apparently without you, there are no new tricks to learn.
Pretty much. She said
that's the good news. That's good news for you. You don't want it. What if she had like 19 freaky wild things? She'd be like, man, until she got rid of me, she didn't do squat.
Well, that's what I would have felt like if she'd have taught me 19 different. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, no, that might have freaked you out.
Yeah, I would have, but it was just, like I said, you could still tell that, I hate to say it like this, but like we were still in love, you follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was so scary that we just say hello to each other every couple of months, and she's always telling me, if anything ever happens, can we get back together? And I'm like, I think we could if something happens, but I don't want to be the cause of that.
Wait, if something happens, what are you waiting for to happen?
Well, like her and her husband have been having problems. That's why.
Yeah. I didn't hear about that word.
Well, yeah. Well, that's kind of
Has there been a re-retap?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah. And then, like I said, it's hard to stay away. Because, like I said, there is that emotional thing, and I know that if she left her husband tomorrow, I'd be with her the day after, if you follow what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And that's, and I'm ready to take on a responsibility now, but I mean, that's a big jump for her.
Take your time.
Oh, yeah.
30 years later. Does she have brats?
Yeah, she does. She has 3.
How old?
The youngest one is only 4. She had one real late, but the other 2 are away in high school and college.
Think this through, my man.
Yeah. You still got a lot of thinking to do. Gosh, she didn't make it easy. She doesn't make it easy for you, does she? 49, a 4-year-old.
Yeah, I know. I'm ready to retire.
Run, dude.
And like I said, I'm fixed. I mean, and You know, it's his responsibility. I mean, it would be a legal responsibility for him, not me. But you know,
Yeah, but if you're with her, that 4-year-old, you have the 4-year-old screaming, running around the house here. You're like pushing 60 years old, got this screaming bunch of brats running around.
And Drew, you want to tell him how much responsibility he won't have?
Older,
A 4-year-old in the house.
I think when you're younger and you have kids, it's really stressful. But when you're older, you've seen everything. You have a confidence and the abilities that you didn't have when you were younger.
Well, I agree with you to some extent. It's no, I think you're right, and finances too. When you're 23 and you got 2 kids, that's the pressure
horrible.
financially is horrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible. You're right. The obligation. That's it. No wonder so many of them fail. I mean, it's a tremendous amount of pressure and responsibility. I don't think people got any business getting married till they're at least 30. They got 5-6 years under their belt on a job someplace.
Yeah,
Kids that
I don't
working
know.
at McDonald's having babies. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but bro, you sound a little nuts though if you think that having a 4-year-old, if you were to jump back into that relationship with a 4-year-old, that it's just his deal, it's his kid, his responsibility.
Oh, no way. No,
that's gonna be
it's going to be his responsibility every other weekend for less than 48 hours, and then it's yours again for another 12 days.
Absolutely.
Or, it'd be like, how the grandparents love their grandchildren. I think,
Well, they're not with them that much. I understand what you're saying, but I don't think it's quite that easy.
No.
313-298-WRIF. 313-298-WRIF. Anybody obsessing over an ex to the point of dreaming? 25%. It says dream about an ex.
Is that bad? Would you be
occasionally.
bummed if you found out an ex or your current was dreaming about their ex?
It's not a pleasant thought.
No, I don't think so either.
Tend not to view it that way.
Well,
Try and look at it from your own world and just sort of forget about that.
Oh, yeah, we're
But, yeah,
guys.
it's out there. Of course it's out there. Dave?
Yes.
What's up, Dave?
I had worked with this guy that he was always obsessed about with a friend of the court, so this is how I found out about it. And he was talking about he was married to this girl. She upset him, so he loaded her back up in his car and drove her off and dumped her off at his father's place, just like he was done with her and got rid of her. So then she starts asking him if they start talking a while, and she asks if he still believes in sex with the ex. So then they start getting back together and all that, and then before you know it, he's got a kid.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So
I just thought it was funny because they referred to it as that and all that, and
right.
He was upset with her, got rid of her, and then all of a sudden she calls him all back, and now he's just all wrapped up in this friend of the court thing.
Oh yeah, no, whole different world. You got it. Well, it's supposed to be so uncomplicated, no strings attached, and that one little element is rather critical. Just says, we're talking about sex with the ex, just like on on Teen Mom. I hate to keep going back to this Insidious show, but this chick she has a kid at 16, and then 3 years later, she's having sex with the same baby daddy with no birth control. What? And she's like, we pulled out.
She peed it out, though.
God. Huh?
She peed it out.
She said that, didn't she?
Oh, my God, yeah. It was disgusting. She's such an airhead, too.
What a nut. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that works.
His conversation with his boys was hilarious, too.
Yeah, it was funny the way the two of them viewed it completely differently.
Well, she's always wanted to get back with that turd.
Oh, I know. It's pathetic. He's an ass, too. He's such a jerk. Well, they had the event with Dr. Drew where they kind of go in for their checkup with Dr. Drew and come to find out that, because I wasn't sure why her father was so pissed at him. Well, it turns out, her dad, Randy, gives his daughter money, and, she had a couple $1,000, and all of a sudden, because they're together now, when he moved in, paid no bills, too, he all of a sudden wipes out her $2,000 to fix his truck and leaves her with no money for food. And he's like, well, I thought we were together. Whatever's hers is mine. Mine is hers, except he doesn't have anything.
He's got a point, though. She chose him, though. He won. That's the lottery. I don't know why Randy is paying for that. If he needs to pay for her housing, she should live in that mansion he lives in. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't think he wants her in his house all the time. He just wants her where she's safe.
Well, if he's that worried about
and the brat's safe, and he can come over once in a while. But I don't know. And she probably wants her privacy, too. But he didn't like it when that dude was living over there. And then the other girl.
I was surprised, by the way, that Chelsea was telling everybody she was pregnant.
What's wrong with her?
She had
Well, no, not that she was pregnant, but that she had
thought
sex
she was.
unprotected. Yeah, why was she doing that? That was stupid.
She hadn't even missed her period.
Yeah, and of course everyone's looking at her like she's the biggest idiot. And then the other girl, Leah.
In real life, by the way, Adam has knocked somebody else up.
Yeah, I kind of knew that. It's funny, you hear about these people, you read about them in the tabloids, and they're like, oh, God, but that's not happening on the show yet. I can't know that.
I know. The time-space continuum of Teen Mom is really confusing at times.
And then that chick, Leah, she meets this new dude. She's got twins, one that doesn't even walk yet, because she's got developmental problems. And she meets this new guy. She splits up with her twin baby daddy. She meets this new guy. She's with him for a couple months, and they get engaged. They go away for a weekend, and she takes her diaphragm out, or she leaves it at home or whatever, and he knocks her up that weekend, and that's what she wanted.
Yeah.
What an idiot.
I know. Well, then last night she
miscarried, though.
Yeah, and so she talks, that the miscarriage is a blessing in disguise because they probably aren't ready, and she still has feelings for the other guy. But then in real life, she gave birth to her third kid, so she got knocked up right after that.
Whose kid is this?
Jeremy's, the guy.
I wish you hadn't told me that, Mark. I told you I want to find that out in the show.
No, I don't think it's on the show.
Well, it will be.
Because it just happened.
Yeah, may not make it, will it?
Probably not.
10,000 porn stars extracted from the world's largest database of adult films and performers, and they asked them all kinds of, not really difficult questions. They're good questions.
There's not even questions. It's just there's apparently a giant adult film database.
Yeah. Breakdown of female porn stars' races featuring the headshots of 5,000 performers. 70.5% are Caucasian. 14% are black. 9.3% are Latin. 5.2% are Asian.
That doesn't seem right.
Well, I don't know what how that breaks down by gender.
Well, no, it's just
way more women.
Asian.
I think so. And 1% are other, whatever other would be. A bunch of things, probably. Apart from differences in heights and weights of performers racing, to make pretty much no difference to any of the other average stats. For instance, the data shows the average age of a woman when she gets into porn is 22. And it has been for the last 40 years. That's the case for all women, regardless of race. Men have been progressively getting into the business at a younger age, though. In the 70s, their average debut was 29. Now it's 24. Porn stars of both genders have also been progressively retiring earlier. In the 70s, men stayed in porn for an average of 12 years, women for 9. So chicks are out of porn at 31.
Thank God.
Now men on average quit after 4 years, women quit after 3. Women are out at 25 now. So that's reassuring, I think. We'll always have a steady flow of youthful porno stars.
Mm-hmm. Not that anybody cares, but what's your career afterward then?
That's when you finish up your master's, because you've been financing your bachelor's degree, and you've probably been financing some of your advanced degree.
This researcher
dispels
the myth of chicks try porn once and then quit. You've heard that argument, right, about why porn is so bad?
Because people don't stay in it?
Yeah, a lot of women try it once, they realize how awful it is, so they quit. You've never heard that before? That's one of the anti-porn stances. Like, it's so evil.
I thought chicks dug it once they tried it.
Well, I think he figured out the average is 3 movies and then they quit. But there's no reason as to why.
California is the birthplace of 1/3 of all female porn stars. 1 in 3. 5,000 reviews of escorts. Author worked out the most common name for a woman working in the sex industry.
Amber.
I was therefore pretty excited to find out what the most common porn star names are, given that these two are self-selected pseudonyms. Do adult performers use the classic combine your first pet's name with the street you grew up on method? Or is there another method of the creation of their alter egos? So, the most common female first names in porn. Any guess on what the most common first name would be?
Savannah?
I already read it.
Savannah not in the top 10. Huh. I would think Savannah would be in there, though.
Yeah, that's kind of... Yeah.
They're more common names.
The most common.
Well, this goes all the way back through the 80s, 70s, and 80s.
Really?
Yeah, 10,000, the whole database.
Oh.
I think the database was started in 81.
I'll go
By
10.
some creep.
10 to 1. Number 10, most common female porn name, Samantha. 9 is Vanessa. 8's Victoria. 7, Michelle. 6, Nicole. 5, Angel. 4, Kelly. 3, Lisa. 2, Jessica. And number 1, Nikki. Nikki.
Huh.
Nikki, and guess what Nikki's last name is?
6?
No. Nikki Lee.
Nikki Lee.
That's the most common porn last name for a chick.
Yeah.
The other popular last names, 10 is James, 9 Sweet, 8 Taylor, Moore, Lynn, Rose. So actually 5 and 5 are Angel Rose. 4 is Fox.
Oh, yeah.
3 is Star with 1 R or 2 R's. And 2 is Love. Number 1 is Lee.
Stupid.
Dumb. Then most common first male names. Number 10, Jason. 9, Chris. 8, Alex. 7, Mark.
Sweet.
Steve. Michael at 5. Mike. Michael and Mike are split up.
Oh, yeah.
John, Tony, David. And the last name, most common last name. So the most common first name decides to take on the last name, and he would be David Lee.
Yep.
Lee's the most common last name for guys
Isn't
and
that
females.
weird?
Yeah, it's
Really?
bizarre.
So weird.
Wow.
And
I didn't know that about him.
I think he points out that it's the 24th most common surname, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, I didn't thought that.
For non-porn people.
10 for females, last name Williams. Steele at 9. Black at 8.
Black.
Thomas is 7. Scott 6, like Michael Scott, but in this case it'd be Steve Scott. Michaels is 5. Stone is 4. Taylor 3. James 2. Lee 1. Those are pretty common names, really. Stone, yeah, kind of. Jeff Stone, you mean the former Jeff Gillooly? And what do these porn stars do? Percentage of female porn stars who perform certain sex acts at least once in their careers. At least once. A facial. 87%. Whoa. Must be popular.
Seems a little low.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
How'd the other 13% of those movies end? 62% do anal.
Seems a little low.
What's wrong with the other 38%?
53% do interracial.
Seems a little low.
39%. Talk about low. How about this one? 39% do double penetration.
Oh, that's way low.
What's wrong with these chicks?
By the way, it took me a long time to figure out when I was reading about porn that, DP means double penetration.
Really?
What'd you think of that?
I don't know. Double play? Hell,
Double play.
But, they treat DP like the whole world knows what double penetration
They
means.
do.
Dark plow.
Well, put double penetration. Why do they have to put DP?
Dong,
excuse me. So you knew double penetration when you were 3 years old.
Yes.
Excuse me.
I was watching porn when I was 3.
I was doing it then.
31% do the opposite.
Dangerous penis.
What?
You heard it. I'm saying it again.
That seems too low.
Again?
That's very low.
What was the number? I actually didn't hear the number.
31%.
31? That's
Yep.
it?
Yep. 28% do a cream pie. Something you eat for dessert afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to eat this one.
Gross, by the way.
Yeah. There's no shame in my game.
Hot dog.
In 1992, a large national survey report, only 16% of women aged 18 to 24 had tried anal. By 2010, another major survey published in Journal of Sexual Medicine reported the percentage of women who tried anal by age 24 had risen to 32%. And there's 1/3 of those that done it within the last month. So anal appears to be growing in popularity both in and out of porn.
Oh, it's huge. Anal's huge.
So maybe the growth in porn is making it grow out of porn.
Mm-hmm. No doubt about it. It's huge.
Well, there's a casual relationship there. It's tough to say. Women in porn have been doing anal sooner over the last few decades, though. In the 80s, they waited about 2 years after getting into the business before they did anal on camera. These days, it's more like 6 months. Yes.
They waited 2 years?
2 years.
Oh, man. I think waiting 6 months is just ridiculous. I get to it, girls. You're already in porn.
Why else are you in porn?
Yeah.
I mean, if
you're
do
not
it.
gonna
Slow down.
Yeah.
I guess you got to ease your way in.
Yes.
I'll tell you what, we got a break.
Yes, we do.
9:50.
No shame in my game.
The average porn star.
No shame in my game.
The average porn star face using 10 of the most popular women in porn. The faces they use to get the most average is Alexis Texas. That's a real name. That's a real name, by the way.
Yeah, she won't. She doesn't sleep with black guys, believe it or not.
What?
Why do I know that? Yeah, Alexis Texas will not. People have been calling her racist. I'm dead serious, by the way.
Outrage.
Yeah.
She ought to be stopped.
What's that? No, you have. Well, then maybe she just started.
Oh, she should.
You find me in Alexis, Texas, interracial, and it'll be like in July.
Ease grow there.
All right.